Welcome back to Don't Starve. This is Rantry, and we are here with Warley. So yeah, we've found enough gold. It's day 11. I've got too many rocks. Things are happening. More gold. The map, we've explored a fair bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and just open up this particular island. And while I do so, I would just like to thank everyone who's commented and given me tips. I've obviously got a fairly small channel. Ooh, we got another biome here. I've got a fairly small channel, and it really means a lot when, you guys say, thank me for making videos, and we all love this game, and I just appreciate it. So enough of that mushy stuff. But yeah. And so what I'm thinking, since I've done the Walani playthrough, I would assume somewhat thoroughly, it's like I'm torn because I don't know whether to kind of make videos for people who don't know too much about Don't Starve, or if at this point everyone's kind of a veteran and they just enjoy the game so much like me that they like watching other people play. And so I'm wondering, should I just edit out all this stuff where I'm like exploring the island, just cut to the base building? Should I not edit anything and just leave it a completely raw playthrough where you can watch every gritty moment where I'm like, oh, I forgot to pick up a piece of flint and I'm thinking about digging up this sapling, so I'll have some at my base, but I, don't have the room in my inventory for it. Let me have some feedback about, what you want to see. You want to see something heavily edited where I just kind of show you the key moments or highlights from this point on, or where I show every single second, or something in between. At some point, I will, when the Shipwrecked full release comes out, I will make a. I don't think there's a touchstone in here, but I would hate to miss it. Gonna go ahead and open up this map. But when the Shipwrecked full release comes out, I am planning on making a guide of sorts, or just kind of how my general philosophy of gameplay and how to best survive, because I keep reading the Reddit and I keep reading different things where people are like, hey, I'm new to Don't Starve and I can't survive through winter, different things like that, and maybe even make a guide for Reign of Giants. I don't know. It's all future things, but yeah, what's the preference? Because I honestly don't know. Because I'm in both camps myself. Sometimes I just want to see, okay, well, whatever, get to it. Show me how you build your base. Tell me some interesting tidbits of your philosophy for exploring and different things. For instance, right now I'm thinking this is probably it's not great. This is probably my best option right now for camping, either here or over here. So I guess I'm just gonna talk through my thought process. So, pros of this place, it does have one spider. It's only got 3 berry bushes, but we can import those. A lot of grass. I love camping around grass. I think it's the most, it's a headache to import, basically. I don't want to have to import and make a grass farm. So, we got plenty of grass here. We got 2 pig houses here already, which will help us with early hound waves. And we have trees and bamboo and vines. Over here, we have close proximity to a swamp and more. Oh, there's almost no twigs on this thing. Oh, this was the barren island, but we do have 2 more spiders over here and 4 more 5 more berry bushes. So honestly, this is not looking terrible. A couple of bees as well. So pros of this place, spiders, 2 pig houses, bees, decent amount of twigs in the form of just having twigs, and also this mangrove biome if I choose to use it. However, this has a mangrove biome as well, right here. 1 bee, no pig houses whatsoever, but monkeys. And I love monkeys for a source of food. Let's see, we got if I can contain them, and that's a key thing to think, because monkeys will be the bane of your existence if you can't contain them, and they will be a great boon if you can contain them. On my Walani playthrough, I got lucky and found an island that had a very small, little narrow connection, and I was able to wall it off and just use the monkeys for my food source, even though I had to do it very rarely. Anyways, these are all things I'm thinking. All right, sorry about that. I had a little recording glitch. But anyways, the bottom line is I'm thinking about where to build my base, and honestly, right now, to me, because of the pigs, this probably looks better, and I could transport the monkeys over to here and have an island of spiders and monkeys, and then a safe-ish island where I live. But I'm not convinced that I've explored enough at this point. So I'm going to explore maybe quite a bit more of the map. I may cut away for even a few days and see if I can find some more interesting things. So yeah, that's going to be that for right now. And we approach the treasure island. We're very close, and here it is. So I cut out for a few days. I sailed all the way kind of down around here, found a little coral reef, and yeah, not too much interesting has happened. There's another box. I examined cache. Were the other ones called cache? No, it's just a bottle. Although I thought I wanted a bottle for something earlier. Let's see how my hunger's doing. Not great. Eat a couple of meatballs. I did take a little, did make a couple of snacks with my portable crock pot. And, ooh, should I take the bone shards? Let's see what we got here. Okay, coconades, obsidian coconade, doubloons. The problem is we just really don't have any inventory space, but every time I don't have inventory space, I look for what I can use to create something useful and free up a slot. So right there I had one limpet. I'm gonna cook that and free up a slot. And just like that, I might be able to take something important in this chest. Although none of this stuff is extremely important. Even the doubloons at this point, I've got enough, I've got exactly the right amount of gold to make everything I want for my base. So honestly, I'm just gonna leave, I'm gonna leave that there. And I will go ahead and, since I already had it freed up an inventory slot because I already had an inventory place for my meatballs. One thing that I think maybe some people don't think about is inventory management as much as possible. And there are no other limpets on this island. That is fine. But I already had a slot dedicated to meatballs. So I had one limpet again after I just picked it, taking up a slot in my inventory. But if I combine it with 3 seaweed, it'll give me a meatballs, which I already have in an inventory slot, and it can stack. So it just frees up an inventory slot. But with this portable crock pot, well, it may change the game, how I'm playing it a little bit. I'm thinking about being more nomadic because I can take my food source with me. And, I always want to make sure I have one place. Let's see, do I have a torch? No, I made a boat torch. I'll go ahead and just make a little campfire. All right, no problem. And let's see, I don't have any more meat, so I'll just pick up my crock pot. Boards and empty bottle. I mean, these things are useful later on, but I haven't even found my base yet, so I don't want to be cluttering up my inventory with them. I mean, I guess the same thing could be said of, like, reeds and a houndstooth and coral. Like, I'm letting this stuff clutter up my inventory when I'm not really making any use of it right now. But it's stuff that's just, I don't know, especially the houndstooth at least. It's not rare, but I do like to make sewing kits. I think they're very useful and undervalued possibly by some players. And so I like to keep my hound's teeth because it takes 2 hound's teeth to make a sewing kit. At any rate, I'm thinking I might not even really settle down until until very close to hurricane season, I may keep heading on out this way and just see if I can find a better place, because I'm just not thrilled with any of this map. This is, and again, don't blame the map. I'm blaming the map, and I say don't blame the map, but let the map dictate to you what to do instead of you trying to say, okay, I need X, Y, and Z before I can make a base. Sometimes you'll find a magma biome with a whole bunch of tall birds in it. If you're used to making farms or eating, honey, guess what? On that game, you're going to be eating tall birds. Let the game, what the map presents to you, dictate how to best play that game instead of saying, okay, well, I've got to have X, Y, and Z. I mean, some things are necessary. Alchemy machine, I've got the reeds so I can get a bird cage up and running, because bacon and eggs is very valuable, and I can turn cooked monster meat. I can feed it to a bird and turn it into eggs. But yeah, I think in general, sometimes people get set in their way of, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Like right now, I have very few pig houses discovered. So, and I have, I got 4 monkeys over here, but not really a great place to put them. So I'm not going to let my preconceived notion that, oh, I need to have some monkeys or pigs, dictate that that's the kind of game that I'm going to play on this map, because the map's not offering me, those things. The only problem with this map is it's not offering me much of anything else. Usually you will get, you'll get something where if you look at the map for long enough, and maybe I just haven't looked at it carefully, closely enough, but at some point it will tell you, hey, these are the resources that you've discovered right now. Figure out how to make a living with them. And, like camping up here, yeah, I got 2 pig houses, but not a whole bunch. I mean, and the sticks are okay, and I can, yes, import sticks and 1 spider, but, there's 1 limpet, 2 limpets on this island. Not great, not a great source of food. 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 limpets down here. So I just, I feel like I haven't found a place that I feel worthy of settling down at yet, and I'm not stressing it, really. It's day 13, and it's a little late for making a base, and again, I'm just trying to kind of open up the map, see if there's anything down, Yeah, there might be another island right here. In fact, I probably should have gone further north and checked there. Did I miss a message in a bottle? I did. All right, we're going to go check further north, like I just said I should have done, and pick up that message in a bottle. And then we might just head further north, because we know we got a lot of the map to open up here. And I'm kind of messing around down south because I'm holding out some hope that I'm going to find something awesome down here. Which honestly, maybe I should... See, these are the kind of decisions you make. I could run up here, get the message in the bottle, and then head straight out this way and hope that there's something else around these 2 islands that make it much more worth camping and making a base here on this grassland. So these are just kind of the decisions I'm trying to make instead of making a base immediately. And I'm kind of being much more nomadic in this game than I was in my Walani game. Anyways, I'm rambling, and I should probably cut to when I actually have the map opened up and find a base. All right, so I just picked up another message in a bottle, which gave me an X even further south. So yeah, I think I was mentally limiting the map much more. I was like, oh, this is the south, and this is the northernmost end, and the southernmost end. No, it gave me. There's much more to be explored down to the south. But as of right now, I am right here. So what would behoove me the most? Well, I don't think... Okay, so my 2 base locations are either here or here. And I'm thinking there's a much larger possibility of there being useful islands around in here close to a location I might be considering for a base. Probably not a little tiny island in here, or, you know, there might be something over here, but over here is kind of explored a little bit more, at least around this possible base location. So I'll probably be heading over this way, which I think is what I said I was going to do. I was going to get that message in a bottle and then head over to the south. I'm going to explore up in here, and by the time I'm done and satisfied with that, who knows, it may be day, you know, 15, 16, and really want to get a base established by, you know, start thinking about putting up a base by day 16, 17 at the very latest, because I'm going to need a palm leaf hut to keep me dry, and I'm going to need a chimenea to keep my fire existing in the harsh, windy conditions of hurricane season. But yeah, much more kind of difficult start here than I had in my Walani playthrough, and, you know, that's just the way it happens. You gotta find out how else to play the game. Alright, so I did find some water beefalo, and I've sailed kind of up this way. Obviously, this is where I found the gold and the magma biome. And I've sailed down around here and all the way up to here. And this is where water beefalo are. Not that they are particularly helpful to me, although I may try to attack them, and if they provide meat, they could be a source of food. I could make a trawl net and let these shoals be a source of food. I've never tried that. That might be interesting because, you know, I'm not being handed on a silver platter or anything else extremely wonderful. I found, I think, 2 pigmen and 4 monkey huts. Pigmen here, monkey huts here. So, yeah, just trying to let the map kind of show me what the best food source would be. However, I'm not confident. Okay, good. Here's some land. I'm not really confident. The game froze there a little bit. I'm not extremely confident in... Oh, obsidian. Oh, obsidian, you say? And the monkeys are going to pick it all up. Oh, this is the... Okay, so if you find this volcano staff in the middle of something, I'm going to let them have the obsidian. It's a little more useless than it seems. Bone shards are easily gettable. I'm going to go ahead and start digging berry bushes. But if you find that volcano staff in the world, that is a set piece that will immediately spawn summer. Pack him! I've not found him yet. That is wonderful. Oh, that is wonderful. You have just solved my issues, sir. You can have that. You can have those. You can have that. You can have the bottle. You can have the coral. You can have probably my machete and my hammer. You know, my houndstooth. All right, that's the first time I've actually found Packin' Baggins. However, don't pick up that volcano staff because it will immediately go to summer, and you don't want that. I mean, if you want it to go immediately to summer for some reason, then feel free. But my vessel is getting damaged. I don't have any. You know what I should do just for a lifeline? It's always a good idea to go ahead and make a life raft there, that log raft that I made. Am I that low on logs? Wow, I'm low on logs again. Need to cut some trees. But it's always a good idea to have some sort of life raft in order to, just because my boat's starting to get damaged here and I don't have any more of my boat repair kit. It's a good idea to have a life raft that I can plop down in the water and jump on in case this boat breaks. And it'll just stay there, like it'll just live in my inventory. Even if I die, it will stay in my inventory. But my sanity's going down rapidly. All my stuff's wet because I got hit. And it is rapidly approaching, let's see, it's day 14. It is rapidly approaching a time when I would probably want to start thinking about settling down And because of the 2 spiders here, yeah, there's not a lot of sticks, but I can bring this what sticks there are over. And there are quite a few sticks here. I'm thinking, and there's a lot of grass here. I'm thinking this is probably the better location. And if I want to try and rely on monkeys, I can come over here, and it's very easy to hammer down monkey houses and bring them over. Also, we have more bees over here. Do we have... What's our limpet situation? Not great. 1, 2, 3 limpets. You know what? That's enough for a surf and turf every couple of days when the limpets respawn. I think I'm going to go ahead and head down here and tentatively make my base down there because it is day 14. And if I honestly, the clutch, whatever, some word that starts with C and ends in CH, decision for going ahead and trying to head towards the best place, at least that I can make a base now, is my boat durability. I just don't have enough boat durability, and I possibly stupidly did not make a sail when I had made a science machine. And it just, yeah, I think this is gonna be our home. And since there are bees close to, I like to camp on kind of close to multiple biomes. I'll probably camp down probably somewhere right around there. But yeah, if I had more boat durability, I'd probably continue sailing, honestly. And we'll just park right here at the edge. And I say bees are going to be one of our first food because they're bees and they're going to be close to our base. However, we're going to need silk. So we're going to be constantly checking on this spider, checking on these 2 spiders to see if they have grown up, as it were. We may be going up to the beefalo to gather poop to be able to fertilize our berry bushes. So I'm going to probably want to get a stack of berry bushes up and running. Although I do want to... a lot of flowers grow in the grassland biome. So I do want to be able to... You know what? I want to be kind of close to everything. I may camp actually right up over here. You know what? We'll make our stand here at the nexus of these biomes. So, what do I want the center of my base to be? Probably the palm tree hut so I can stay dry while I craft and everything. But let's see, science machine. Oh yeah, Packham's got a bunch of my crap. So we need gold, certainly, for a science machine, and we need rock. We need rock for a science machine as well. So this is going to be kind of temporary. I'd love to put it somewhere that seems somewhat legitimate. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stick it there. Now we can go ahead and I should have taken my coral when I had the chance. And let's see, I've got my shovel. We do need 2 sand for chimenea. I believe it's only 2 sand. And we're gonna want light as well. Yes, limestone. Refine our coral into limestone. 1, 2, and that should give us... I need 2 logs. I thought I had 2 logs. Did I use all of my logs? I didn't put my logs in you, did I? I've used all of my logs. I will cut some logs tomorrow. Okay, so I've spent most of the day logging, lumberjacking, as it were, and I should have enough now. I bet yes, chimenea. So I do want my chimenea to be, you know what, I may want to, I think that the reason it's not letting me build is because of Packham. I'm just gonna kind of draw Packham over here. Let's see, we'll build our chimenea to what will be the south. I'll cut this little tree down later. I'll clear out kind of a base area. Okay, so we've got that. That is great. Let's see. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the normal base building stuff. We're gonna refine us up some cut stone. We're gonna need, I believe, 4 total to make an alchemy engine. That's gonna be 2 electrical doodads, 1, 2, and then 4 boards. Yes, I need to refine some boards. 1, 2, they're dropping all over the place. Pack them. What can I stick in you? I can stick my, I feel like I kind of need all this stuff right now. You know what? I can stick my pickaxe in him for now. Just to make room for the boards, and then refine up a couple of more boards. 3, 4. Now, alchemy engine. So I'm gonna be hanging out here. The light's gonna be there. I want my alchemy engine somewhat close. There we go. My chests can kind of go down in this quadrant. That's great. So, things are starting to look kind of base-like. And do I need, let's see, alchemy engine, fire. I'm gonna build a palm leaf hut right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and chop down this tree because it's in my way. Snake. I wish you'd give me some snake skin. And he did. I killed a couple of snakes. I am gonna need to make a snakeskin hat, of course. We can go ahead and pack them. Oh, you know what? First things last, let's go ahead and refine us up. 1, 2, 3. Where are my logs? I've only got 8 left. Probably gonna need to cut wood most of the day tomorrow. Go ahead and structures it up and chest it down. And right there will go our first chest. And in there we can store much of our lovely materials. Actually, there's not a lot to store right there right now. Pack them, pack them, pack them, pack them. Pack it up, pack it in. Oh, I thought I keep thinking I have more logs than I do. I don't need to replant 18 seeds. That'll be plenty to get light to get me through the night. Let's see. What do we need? we don't really even need a crock pot. This can basically go over here. And then, I mean, I may make a separate crock pot, but for now, let's see. All we need is gears and our cut stone. Got our gears and 1 more cut stone, I believe, to make our ice box. And there we go. We can plant that. I like to plant my ice box as close as possible to my crock pot so that I can kind of open one and the other all at the same time. So I can have both of these open at once. So I'll put a monster meat and 3 seaweed in there, cook up some more meatballs. And yeah, it's starting to look like a base. Tomorrow I'm gonna want to go out and get some palm fronds and some other various things, get my little hut up and running, and then worry about, and in fact possibly before then, worry about, oh yeah, one more thing I always forget. I'm just gonna do this real quick before the end of the episode. 1 cut stone and a lightning rod. And I like to always put my lightning rod up top, but I'm gonna have farms stuff down here. So maybe I'll put it down low this time. A little change never hurt anybody. Anyways, that is making a base when it's not necessarily ideal conditions like it was for our Walani playthrough. But old Warley here is surviving. We do have Packin' Baggins, which is fantastic. We've got a tier 3 spider nest right down here. I checked it when I was chopping logs. It is already tier 3 on day 16. That's gonna be some silk for us, and we can relocate it. And then we'll think about what other things are gonna help us survive through a year with Warley. I'm Rantry, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.